Welcome, everybody, to Rimworld, where today I'm going to warn you up front, there is going to be a lot of this going on up here, because I finished the ridiculous Arco project I started yesterday. I actually cut it down a little bit, specifically by half, because this actually gets pretty annoying after a while, especially when you've got this much of them generating Arco matter. I also cut it down for the second reason, that I looked at the wealth tab. This was when we deleted the spaceship. This is where we are now. So I decided, let's not go too nuts with it. Because otherwise, the next raid we get is going to probably clap our cheeks. And that's putting it as politely as I possibly can manage to do. So I decided to give these things a chance to actually warm up and start generating the Arco matter. I would do some other shit that needed doing in the background here. So what I've done is I've cloned our biolab there and put down 3 different ones. Get ready for this, because this is exotic. We can now grow more corn. Mind-blowing, I know. We can now grow some Devil Strand too. Devil Strand we need for Hyperweave, and Hyperweave we need for bionics. So to test out these toolboxes, I decided, let's get everyone upgraded with bionics. It's quite literally instantaneous. We've got 20 Archotech toolboxes, each one conferring a work speed bonus of 500%. Long story short, each one of these machines now confer a total work speed factor of 8,600%. So, pretty much all Ciela has to do, and I installed the storage over here too, all Ciela has to do is walk over, grab the shit out of storage, take it to the thing, and voila, a leg appears. So it's a little bit peculiar, but quite useful for crafting anything. So for manual crafting, I decided that today is the day humanity comes back. Sod the robots. I've actually uninstalled all the robots because A, they lag things out quite a lot, and B, our people have nothing to do. And you know what? I'm not just going to sit there and let robots steal our jobs. So I've given the people something to do. You know, the assemblers, they're all fine and good. They can do the mundane stuff like crafting components and making chem fuel and whatnot. But our people will do the skilled work, the researching, the other crap, whatever that happens to be. So yeah, pretty much. Things are running super fast now, as you can see there from the speed at which Ciela moves. It's definitely sped the game up significantly, so if we want to build a spaceship, now's the time to do it. Speaking of which, let's build a spaceship. So, actually, before we do that, before I get too carried away, should we make some Arco gear? Arco helmets, Arco armor, some of the weapons too. I know what an Arco matter beam cannon is, but that sounds good. I assume that's the best one, seeing as it costs 1,000 Arco matter. So yeah, we'll probably do something like that. How much have we got right now in terms of the Arco matter? Somewhere in here, if we go click U and then just kind of do one of those. We've got a nice 28,000. Enough for at least a couple of sets of armor. So the full set is what, like 6,000 a piece? So we're, miles away from being able to have a set for everybody, but we can at least give a set to Mondo, Mondus and Hoko. As they are our key characters. Dr. Don, I guess, next up on the list, but he's not. The whole medical license thing, kind of drags him down a little bit. I've had an absolute swath of information thrown at me today from like the comment section over Discord as well about what's actually going on here. So I will remember things as we go along, I'm sure, but there is a lot to consider. One of the things that was top upvoted at the time of recording was about these nano constructors. They said that the way these things work is that they repair everything within the radius, so I assume that meant buildings and things that were damaged. Apparently it means everything, including quite literally the clothes on our people's backs, their weapons, the whole lot. Apparently they also automatically extinguish fires too, which if that's true is massive, seeing as that was quite a big concern. On the subject of that as well, I've converted, basically, because we built this reactor that turns out, 18 million watts, I figured it was not worth having a big old room dedicated to a bunch of other reactors lower in the frame rate, so I've got rid of those, swapped them out for the zero crystals. I'm not sure how many zero crystals we actually have, but apparently these things are going to be fairly essential to... We've got 9,000 of those. These things are going to be essential. Without these, we quite literally cannot power the spaceship. We can't power the zero coolers, or whatever they were called. What were they called? Somewhere in here, they were called something, I promise you. That's it, the Archotech Sub-Zero coolers. These, I believe, run on the inactive Zero crystals, or at least use the fuel pods that you can make out of the these things here. So those are going to be super essential. I haven't bothered growing any of the fiery ones, because I feel like warming the ship up is probably the last of our concerns. Would you... Could you build these, uninstall them, and reinstall them on an enemy ship? Because that would be really fucking funny. If we just went there and installed a heater that roasted everybody from the inside. That's a big brain play. We might have to test that at some stage. So, let's start working on the first ship. This first ship, we want to build kind of a test ship. You know, a little ship with a power supply, some lasers, some of the new lasers. Maybe stick to just the new lasers. You know, get a feeling for the new cooling systems, etc., etc. Bear in mind, we've also got access to things like Ultra-Tech heat cores, which are 1,000 Arco matter apiece, so quite expensive. We've got things like... Actually, what the hell does the Architect Hive Mind do? I feel like we should build one of those. Oh, it connects up to things. Oh, it connects up to the toolboxes. It makes stuff. What on earth do you make then, I wonder? You're also very large. We're going to put you right there. Mondo, get to work, fella. Let's see what we've got here then. 7,000 steel, 8,000 plasteel, 5,000 silver, 100 nano kits. I don't think we've got nearly enough nano kits then. 40 nano kits, we got 100. So let's go ahead and crank that a little bit. There we go. Oh, it was 100. Buh. Okay, we're going to go ahead and undo that. Thank you. 150 Arco matter. That's actually relatively cheap, all things considered. Man, look at the speed at which we can get things done when we haven't got those goddamn hauling bots here taking jobs away from our hard-working people. There we go. We'll be done in no time with this. My God, that's fast. Holy shit. And we're done. Okay. What does it do then? Oh, it makes Archiferium. Oh, cool. We got Archiferium. We got Architect Medication. 50 Glitter World Medicine, 50 Space Attack, 20 Archiferium. What the fuck? I mean, what? What the hell kind of disease are we curing here? That better make my people goddamn immortal. And gold. Now, this is a good point someone made as well. We could just buy Archiferium. Bear in mind that it is just essentially a bill, right? You put 100,000 silver into the machine, outshoot some Archiferium. We can mine silver pretty goddamn fast. Bearing in mind that power isn't really a problem anymore, and power is the limiting factor between our mining. We could set these drills to always mine 100,000 silver minimum. It's going to take a little while, bear with me on this. And then we could just set a bill to always, to make Archiferium forever. Now, Hocus, someone actually mentioned this in the comments as well. Hocus was never cured. If you remember, Hocus got shot in the head and half her brain was, fell out, for lack of a better word. She's still at 50% efficiency there. She also got shot in the eye to make things even worse. So, if we get the Archiferium, I assume, like Luciferium, it will hopefully cure that. Good God, I hope we can pace these bills, otherwise this is going to take me a while, isn't it? Okay, we're good. I'll quickly paste that into every single drill. And that could be kind of their background task here. And then we'll just have Archiferium, hopefully, essentially, at that point being produced. We could plug the bill into a disc, and then plug the disc, obviously, into an assembler, and we could have an assembler do this for us. Like, really, really automate it, but that might go through our silver way, way faster than we could drill it, even with all these drills active at maximum power. We would probably have to put down a separate drilling unit for that. But the idea of feeding all of our people Archiferium all the time is absolutely hilarious. Should I do that? I kind of want to do that. It'll probably take a while to build this though, won't it? If we just have a dedicated silver farm for the Archiferium production. God, I'm going to regret this idea too. Why not? Hey, we've already cranked this entire series up to 11. Let's take it to 12 then, huh? If we put it there, we can probably just about avoid obstructing the wind turbines, because power is definitely something we're struggling with right now. We could stick it behind the wind turbines there too, though. Kind of fill some of the dead space. I'm alright with that. Yeah, let's put it there. And get a floor extended out. This is going to be insane, because just to recap, because I didn't really talk about it too much here, because I thought, that's ridiculous, we're never going to be able to get to that. Archiferium gives 550% to everything. So, bionics aside, our people are just going to be teleporting across the map. They're going to be doing everything instantly. I mean, as far as the research goes, it might put us within striking distance, certainly a lot sooner. This is the worst idea I've ever had. This is like, seriously, I mean, this was stupid. This here is stupid. The ship we built was stupid. This is next level dumb. This is really to go further beyond. I'm quite curious about this one. I'm going to take Cielo away from building the silver farm to actually see how long it takes to produce this armor. That's the nano kit. Yeah. I don't really care about that right now. I want to see how long the armor itself takes. With the... Where are you going? Bye. Oh, we don't have enough. What do you mean? What materials are we lacking for that? Hang on. Oh, the algae. Really? That's the limiting factor? Okay, I'll get rid of one of my glorious corn farms, because, to be honest, we're a bit past corn. We'll replace this with algae instead, then. There we are. Hopefully that'll be sufficient. We're not really growing much in the way of algae, I will admit. We've got 13,000 cloth. We could probably afford to turn this into a full-blown algae farm instead. Oh my god, it might be viable. Even without the new drilling area, we're already getting fairly close to being able to buy the Archiferium. Oh god, I'm actually going to do it, aren't I? This is the stupidest thing we've... I know I say that a lot, but this is really dumb. Fuck it. Let's download the build. Let's get an assembler just churning out Archiferium. Only God can judge me now. Do it. Oh, it's already done. Excellent. Right, let's get you... I feel like I have to build a dedicated assembler to this, right? I feel like I have to. Especially if Archiferium works the way of Luciferium. You never know, it might even be more violent than Luciferium. If they don't take Archiferium, they might explode in a nuclear cloud. That would be awesome. If they don't, Modmaker, if you're listening, I've got an idea for you. The best part is, this will be wealth taken out of the colony. Well, there won't be... okay, that's the wrong way to phrase it. It'll be a tangible bonus, like a massive bonus, ridiculously massive bonus. But it won't actually have an impact on difficulty at all. Not that I... You know, not that I feel like difficulty is even relevant at this stage of the game. But it will give us that crazy bonus without adding even more wealth into the equation. This is going to be absurd. Well, my hopes and dreams are destroyed. These things don't run on power, though, do they? No, they don't. So they'll just keep churning out more and more Arco matter. Oh my god, that's already so much. That's 400 already. 450. My zero crystals are dying because of cold. Excuse me. I would like a refund, please. Devil Strand. Okay, Devil Strand and rice. Okay, acceptable. Oh, come on. Those things take so friggin' long to grow. Now how am I going to fuel my ship, he says, with... how many did we end up with in the end, then, with that final harvest? Still 9,082, damn it. Yes. Okay. Here we go. How fast can we mine? Oh my god, it's so fucking quick. I think I've set everything up properly. Except for this one, apparently. This one is not outputting properly. Let's go ground storage on there. Oh, same with that one. Hang on, let's do it all again. Ground storage. Everything seems to be mining at a decent speed. If I've missed anything, please let me know. But it looks as if they're all running decently fast. More to the point, they're all running. They're all going to the right place. Holy shit. We're looking at 100,000 silver in about 30 seconds? Yeah, I mean, maybe not even that. That's mad. And then I think the assembler is producing them instantaneously because, of course, you're buying Archiferium. It doesn't need to produce anything. It's just dispensing it. Okay, we're in a weird place right now. Output. Let's do this. Output from ground storage. Clear all. Archiferium. Manufactured drugs. Archiferium. Boom. Oh, there it is. Oh, a tasty treat. Okay. Yeah, good. Hey, schedule then. Who would like some very, very tasty drug? Sorry, cucumber paste. No, this is beyond that. This is beyond cucumber paste. This is like... shit, I mean, whatever's the upgraded version of a cucumber. This is like marrow paste, brother. Let's go assign. Current outfit. I mean, anything is fine. Oh, there you are. Drugs. Edit. New policy. Ascend. And then no beer. That's for fools. We don't do beer here. We do Archiferium. Archiferium, yes, every day. Every day. What is that one for? That's for addictions. Obviously. We'll schedule it once a day. Right, boom, and then ascend. Go, eat, consume. Toby is the first one. He has ascended. Archiferium. Look at that shit right there. Fly, you fool. Oh my god, and fly they did. Holy shit. Hoover stanks off. Bob's off. Hocus, boom, gone. I feel like I've made a horrible mistake. Shit, our people are just whizzing around. Dr. Don, now your medical license is definitely revoked, brother. And next dose. Boom, there we are. Who needs one now? Come on, get that. I mean, we should be able to get enough for... What do we got to get? 16 doses. That's just over... I mean, it's 400,000 silver because, of course, we can't just buy the one. So 400,000 silver per day is very easily doable. Very easily doable. I will time how much we can actually produce in a day. They might even need to take one a day as well. Obviously, a luciferium is what, like 7 days? 6 days? Something like that? 6 point something days? Crates need archiferium 85%. 84%. It's quite a slow drop. Wow. They have nothing to do. I'm going to give them something to do. And that's building a friggin' ship. And they're going to build it like a light speed. Let's go for, then, I think the unpowered ship hull, right? Obviously made of arco matter. We'll get some of those planned out. And we're going to start with a relatively small ship. Now, there was a quite good design suggestion. That was, I'm going to try and describe this the best way I can. You know what? I'm going to plan it out so I can kind of describe it a little bit better to elucidate things. So, somebody came up with a good idea of a kind of donut shape, right? Something like that, right? Putting the shield generators along the outside. Well, let's assume the shield generators cover this kind of area. Okay? That means that the outside is shielded and defended. And if we layer up the outer layer with obviously a lot of... if we layer up that outer circle with a lot of arco matter, it's going to take a while to punch through anyway, but with the shields too, that's fine. Now, this is an intentional design because rockets can only collide with what's immediately in front of them. You know, you can't shoot below or above or anything like that. This inner circle can never be hit. As a result, we could put vents, we can put ship radiators, we can put whatever we want in the central area, and that can help regulate heat very, very fast. That, coupled with the new coolers, coupled with the new heat sinks, basically means we could put down whatever the hell we wanted on the outside. So I'm thinking that's probably what we'll design. You know what? Why don't we just copy exactly what we put down there? Sod it. Let's not get too fancy with things. This first ship is just a test run. We can generate as much arco matter as we want, actually decently fast as well. So this is all about testing right now. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then we'll go ahead and put down, what's that in the center? Let me just make sure this is all planned out decently. And then we want another concentric circle, probably out to like there. Incredible galactic donuts here. This is big. And then the newer shield generators, I believe, project over a smaller area, don't they? The nanotech shield generators. I believe they're more focused, but they're focused over a much smaller area, which again works perfectly for venting the heat out if you want to do something like that. Somebody even said we could build like a bridge right in the center there too. As kind of the final stopgap for the ship being destroyed. If we were to put the bridge right in the center, they'd have to pound the entire ship and get right through both layers to kill it dead. So if we do something like that, obviously it needs to be placed within the ship hull. So we could do another concentric circle in the middle there if we really wanted to. Kind of ruins the point of the galactic donut, though, I will admit. Let's do that. What do you think? 3 layers thick? Is that overkill? 4 layers thick? Is that overkill? Yes, it is. Is it necessary? Perhaps. And then we'll go 1 on the outside there. We've got to be careful. Oh, if we're going to vent, though, if we're going to vent it, we only need it 1 block thick. Otherwise, the vents obviously aren't going to work at all. Because they're not going to go through 2 blocks, obviously. Oh my god, the movement speed. Wow, they are well and truly teleporting around, aren't they? Good god. Let's put a door on the other side, too, to help expedite the process. We'll put down a couple, actually, just to really speed things up. Wow. And each one of those is 500,000 hit points. Look at how fast they can build. Well, this is not going to take long to build it at all. Wow. But I guess rather than potentially waste them, if we just go... if we untick that and just say use it for addictions, and say always keep 1 on you at all times... That way we can start stockpiling it too. The shields are on, by the way, because there's a polar bear hunting our snow hare. Which is really, really causing a nice amount of slowdown there. Thank you for that. Oh my god, they've already built over half of it. Or getting up to, I mean, half of it they've delivered to, I should say. Wow. I feel like the game is kind of freaking out a little bit. There's a lot of characters getting stuck. Ciala, stuck. Bob, thoroughly stuck. Steak is stuck. That ended up way more hideous than I expected, I'll be honest with you. So I wanted to put down another silver farm just to ensure that we were definitely staying on top of the silver order. I swapped over some to mine forever too, because I thought a buffer definitely wouldn't hurt. Otherwise, what it would do is it would obviously, make the 100,000 silver and then stop and then start again. There's not much point. You might as well just say do forever at that point, because there's no way in hell we're probably going to beat the amount that we're able to, or that we're going to want, right? So here we are with another silver farm. Unfortunately, this time, it's the wrong way around. Just extremely cursed. We've broken all our people. Why not break gravity as well? My god, it is perfect. We have well and truly ascended beyond anywhere we should have ever ascended to. 45, now up to 45. What? Excuse me, where did that go? Unless they came and snatched some faster than I could keep track of. Right, let's let them carry on with the spaceship now. Just wanted to make sure that was obviously top priority, because I don't want them, I don't know, dying, or whatever happens, whatever side effect comes from not having enough, very tasty ascended cucumber paste running through their veins. I suppose we should probably upgrade our cargo shuttle to an Archotech shuttle, right? 150 Arco matter. I mean, it's bloody cheap. Fine, we'll do that. Let's go ahead and get rid of you then. Don't want you anymore. Mondo? Oh, Joris! There he is! Holy shit. How long have you been on there, Joris? It's been months. There we are. Look at that thing. Wow. What do we fuel it with? I have no idea. I assume the Arco fuel pods, or somebody's already on it. We have to pause the game so that we can actually see them. Oh, yeah, it is the Arco fuel pods. That makes a lot of sense. Is there hover mode with this, too, just so I can reposition it? Because it's completely in the wrong place. There we are. Much better. Right. No, well, it still looks a little bit off. You know what? It doesn't really matter too much. I want to put a shuttle bay on here, and I want to ideally have no main entrance, so that the only way to get on the ship is with a shuttle. The only problem with that is, of course, that'll only apply if it's in space. Otherwise, they actually can't get on or off the ship at all. Definitely stockpiling Arcothurium now. We're up to 48. It has worked. We have managed to get above their need. Again, I don't know, maybe their need isn't that high anyway, and maybe this is just going to keep building up and building up our colony wealth along with it. Speaking of which, how are we looking on that front? Oh, good lord. We've lost a lot of colony wealth, and I assume that's where we've built Arco matter into the hull. Probably is less valuable as a result. Wealth and items. Yeah, the wealth and items has dropped massively, and I can't think of any other reason besides this, obviously. Oh my god. They've actually started work on the Arco armor, too. Mondo, get yourself equipped, brother. Look at that. That's cool. Let's slow it down a little bit so we can actually see him wear it. Otherwise, he'll zip over here. Is he alright? He's very slow. Is everything alright, Mondo? You seem to be moving with... Oh, it's moving over the snow. Oh, man, it would make a lot of sense if we were to build a path up to that, then. Really kind of embrace speed. Oh, look at that. Wow. He's a proper space Power Ranger now, Mondo. Let's see what you look like with the actual gear. Oh, my God, he floats. He floats. I guess it's because he's pathing so fast that the animation to face forward is playing before he actually kind of lands on the spot. Yeah, there you go. Wow. This poor game. This poor fucking game. Okay, so we got the Arco helmet for Hoax as well. Ideally, giving everybody a set of that gear would be ideal because it does count as EVA. I have had that confirmed. I kind of expected it to be a bit weird if it didn't count as EVA. Put on this Architect armor and then choke to death. After everything we've done, that would be a little bit tragic, huh? So we're almost done with the kind of external ship components. We'll put down a load of hull plating next. I think it's still just hull plating, isn't it, right? I swear to God I saw shiny hull plating somewhere, but I have no idea where I saw it. Unless I'm making that up. I'm almost certain there was a shiny hull plating. Maybe it's under floors? Yeah, I have no idea where I've seen that. Maybe I saw it in my mind. I must be imagining things. Obviously, we'll just use the regular hull plating for now then and get that all replaced. Steel and plastic. How are we doing on the steel front? Our steel dropped very, very low because these ones are 1,000 each. And building another 36 is roughly quite a lot of steel, if I had to guess. So it might take a little while before we can actually put down the hull plating. Although it's three ago, there's not going to be that much, surely. One production we actually don't have on old planet Earth right now is anti-ton torpedoes. Oh no, we've got something better than anti-ton torpedoes now, right? We have arc light, I think it was called. Maybe I've made that up too. I really don't remember. Arc light, something. We definitely got something somewhere, which narrows it down to everything. I Arc light. Oh, there they are. Arc light torpedoes. Yeah. 1,000 chem fuel. Chem fuel is the one thing that's actually quite tricky for us to come across. What are we looking like on the resource front here? Lots of corn. Lots of corn. Why are we not making chem fuel, huh? Something wrong with the chem fuel? Make chem fuel. Oh, I set it until we've got 1,000. We're going to have to probably crank that up to like 10k, to be honest with you. What about you as well? Yeah, let's go ahead and turn that right up. There we are. What about you? You're going to start making it from... Just going to allow all, sod it. There you are. And with that, we are, I would assume, pretty much, any second now, 1 block left, whenever you're ready. For fuck's sake, they seriously left 1 block. Well, whatever, that'll do. We've got to put some external doors on it, obviously, to put down the ship hull. But besides that, we are done here. So let's put down some airlocks very, very quickly. I got them to build a very basic concrete path. I kind of very much slept on the fact that this is ice. So it's a 48% walk speed. I thought it was snow, which I think is slightly better than that. So yeah, that was slowing him down pretty significantly. So next time we kind of know for that. Ideally, concreting over this whole bloody thing would be... Oh god, am I brave enough to do that? That's a long-term project that I would like to do at some point. And now hopefully we should be able to put down the ship floor. If I can find it. Let's go ahead and go hull placing. Yep, we can definitely place it there. Fantastic. So... we don't want to place it on the inside. Obviously, there's no point to that. I guess the quickest way would be to hull plate the whole thing and then go ahead and circle tool cancel out this kind of internal... excuse me. Oh, cancel. Yeah, there you are. That makes a lot more sense. Go ahead and cancel the inside there and then just place it back down for the bits that we need. The perfect vessel. Purely, truly inspired. Could not have made anything better myself. So we're currently putting down some power conduits around the outer walls because we're not using the powered ship hull because apparently that helps with some of the frame rate. The other thing I've been advised to do as well is basically not use life support unless it's super necessary because life support, the calculation basically for the vacuum can be quite impactful. That can affect the frame rate quite significantly, which is why, obviously, last time we got into a ship out, there were explosions going on and it was opening up parts of the ship. That was causing huge amounts of lag. Explosions also do cause a significant amount of lag as well. So we're basically going to be using no vacuums unless necessary. So, for example, coolers can't work in a vacuum, but we don't need life support. You can just basically brick them up. And it'll count as non-breathable atmosphere. So as long as we're using EVA suits, it'll really make no difference, and hopefully should save a little bit. Like in certain areas like the bridge, for example, we don't need to worry about it being vacuum or non-vacuum there. 62 Archiferum, yeah, definitely confirmed that we're staying ahead there. So what the hell am I going to do with this ship then? So the first thing that's occurred to me is I may have been a little underzealous with the size of the central. The kind of central circumference here, because we are going to have to put down engines as well, aren't we? So I might have really balls this one up. I mean, how many engines do we need to make it go? Cannot be used for takeoff, so we will need to put down some traditional ship engines, I assume, as well. Let's put down a couple. We can fit a couple there, and then we'll put a couple there as well. And sort of see how that goes. There's one done already. Bloody hell, I blinked and they already built the fucking thing. Good God. And then at the bottom of the ship, we'll put some traditional engines too, seeing as they have to be used for liftoff. What does that mean? Does that mean that these things... Oh, because of course it requires chem fuel, doesn't it? Makes a lot of sense, and you can't fuel these. Right, okay. So we still need the same amount of engines, but I guess when we actually get into space, these things move the ship faster. So we go ahead and put some of these down then, just as maybe a temporary procedure. I'm going to put down a single nanotech shield generator there as well, just to see the radius that it can actually spit out there, because we want to make sure the edge is pretty decently taken care of without overflowing onto this inner circle, so that we can test out that kind of vent heat theory. So I'm going to start with 10 rocket engines, and we'll see when the ship is finished how many we need to put around. Again, if we get into space and these things are destroyed, who really cares? They're basic rocket engines. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. And there we go. Right. So 4 Archotech large engines. Now we want to try these Ultratech heat cores. There are 1,000 Arco matter apiece. I'm not sure how much Arco matter we've actually got kicking around. I assume a fair amount, because we haven't really been using it up too much. 9,460. Oh, wow. So we've got enough for 9 heat cores. Oh, bollocks. Okay. And It doesn't seem like that much, but maybe they're like really, really, really good. I don't know. I also feel like it's my moral and civic duty to put down another big laser. Specifically, I want to test out the Spinal Barrel Dominator. Yes, there it is. I want to test out this big green boy that will fit the rest of our green ship quite nicely. To be fair, it should be much, much faster to build this now than it was last time, where we obviously had to spend decades waiting for him. Now they can go back and forth between the supplies in here in the blink of an eye, apparently. Also, it is quite a small shield generator. Look at that. Hey, that's good. I haven't got a complaint with that at all. So let's be careful about how many we put down. 3,000 watts power. Oh, we should put down the power plant before we do anything else, right? So that we can get an idea for what exactly we need to cool the bloody thing with. So let's go... where is it? Achtung reactor. Let's put that right there. And then we can encase it in a room, and then also encase it with some other crap if necessary. I'm going to bring that down a little bit. We'll put it there. We'll encase it with another layer. And then we can fill that with... Let's bring it down one more block, actually. Just so the entrance to the actual bridge is opened a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's fine. So do something like that, and then we could just fill it with heat sinks, heat cores, whatever. You know, vent it straight out. Realistically, we could do a vent straight out to there if needs be. But let's put some of these down first. See how they function. Archotech Sub-Zero coolers. Now, if we're staying in orbit, which of course we will be because our base is here, we can always just shuttle up stuff. We can shuttle up the coolers and whatnot. I've just got to manually keep track of supplies. So as long as we're keeping things fairly short and fairly focused, shouldn't be too tricky to stay on top of the ship's demands. Don't mind them building it. We've just got to be very careful they don't fuel the friggin' thing. Otherwise, we're in... I suppose we could always just knock out the wall there and keep it cool. Right, here we go. Vent and then close the vent, perhaps? What do these things need? Oh, so they need 5,000... Oh, 5,000 watts. I assume they'd be fueled with the crystals. Oh, they are, but they also require power. Okay, interesting. Right, so let's see how this goes. This might end horribly, at which point we'll have to very quickly knock out the wall, like I said, just to be able to cure it. Needs 100 silver. I think silver is the one thing we're actually good for. And go. Overdrive. Let's not turn on overdrive yet. I think we can hold off that for a second. Okay, thank you, little Mondo. Let's see what we can do with this then. Okay, so ship is fueled. What's the heat level looking like? Warmth. Very warmth. Oh no, the Sub-Zero coolers are actually handling it. Yeah, they are more than handling it. Look at that. Wow, impressive stuff. Alright, not a worry then, huh? How does that last? 1.3 years. That ship is not going to be in orbit in 1.3 years. I will tell you that for a fact. We're going to get blown out the sky long before then, fella. Joris! He's here to survey his domain. The SS Joris Bjornson 2.0 now in green. It's a shame we don't have Dub's Paint Lab, so I can't paint the polar bear green too. I don't think you can actually do that with Dub's Paint Lab. Does anybody know if I can paint this polar bear? We're going to leave that here for today. On account of me feeling just fucking violently unwell all of a sudden. It's just too many circles. Just too many circles going on here. I am genuinely not feeling well though, so we are going to cut this one off slightly early. I don't know if it's enough for a regular length video, but I'll apologize preemptively in case it's not. Thank you to the executive coffee producers for making this episode possible in the first place. A big thank you to I Am Sagittaire, Demon X Jester, Zetlock, Teabag Cruz, here we go again, 46, Psycho Fear, Fredama Bob, Steak and Bacon Akins, Holy Reapers, Alex Scalaba, Fire Scream, Juncture On, Ben DPB, Justin Rules, Zulu, Chax, JT, and everyone else at the executive producer tiers on coffee as well. For those of you who've also flagged me and said that your name's been dropped from executive producer list, I'll get those added on ready for tomorrow. I was trying to sync it with my list, but I'll just go ahead and throw them on early so that we're, you know, not leaving people out. Thank you as well to Prometheo, Deadly Kitten Hunt, Infectious, Number 5, Mr. Streamer's Little Slut, Matthewson T, Mantle, Argis, Dommies, Big Chungus, Varlord, Mayo, Tempe, Akka, Virzine, Spectre 2319, and Hoofenspiel as well. Thank you all for watching. Look forward to the round Donut Joris 2.0.